Have you ever finished reading an article or even just a paragraph, and you're kind of left scratching your head thinking, okay, so what was the real point of all that? Yeah, it happens to all of us. You see all the little details, but the big picture, the main message, it's a little fuzzy. Well, today we're going to fix that for good with a simple, really powerful routine you can use on pretty much any text. Okay, so let's just dive right in. The single most important question you can ask yourself whenever you read is this one right here. What is this text mostly teaching me? Not just what it's about, but what's the big lesson? What's the main point the author's trying to get across? This question, you'll see, is the key to everything, and we're about to build a whole routine around it. And that brings us to a really crucial difference. A topic is easy. It's just a word or two, like playgrounds or summer heat. Simple. But the central idea, that's the main message about the topic. It's the author's big point. So think of it like this. The topic is the what, but the central idea is the so what. So how do we lock onto that central idea every single time? Well, it turns out there's a simple, repeatable routine. I like to think of it as a power move for your brain that makes this whole critical reading thing feel like second nature. So let's break it down. Step 1 is our key question, right? What's the main lesson here? Step 2 is all about finding the proof. You're looking for that one killer detail that really backs up the main lesson. And step 3, that's the final check. You got to make sure your answer isn't too big or too small for the text, but fits, as Goldilocks would say, just right. And this right here, this is your new reading mantra. The whole routine boils down to these 6 words. Mostly teaching, best proof, fit just right. It's catchy, it's super effective, and it's about to become your go-to move. Okay. So enough talk, let's put this routine into action. I'm going to walk you through a short passage and model exactly how I use these 3 steps. So just watch and follow my thinking here. All right, here's the passage we're going to work with. On hot days, playground equipment can heat up fast. To make parks safer, many cities are adding trees, shade sails, and lighter-colored materials near play areas. Shade blocks direct sunlight, and lighter surfaces reflect more heat. In one city test, rubber flooring under shade measured 18 degrees cooler than the same flooring in full sun. So here's the question. Which of these sentences best states the central idea? Now, I'm not just going to guess here. Nope. I'm going to use our routine. Okay, step 1. I ask myself, what is this passage mostly teaching me? Well, it talks about equipment and rubber flooring, but is that the main point? Not really. It seems like it's really teaching me how cities are making parks safer from the heat. The whole thing is about the solutions, right? The shade, the different materials. And this is a perfect time for step 3, checking the fit. An answer that's only about rubber flooring? That's way too narrow. It's just one tiny detail. An answer about all city park designs? That's too broad. We're talking specifically about cooling down playgrounds. But an answer about using shade and surfaces to make playgrounds cooler and safer? Yeah, that feels just right. And that's why our correct answer is shade and surface choices can make playgrounds cooler and safer. You see, it's the one that perfectly sums up the whole passage. It connects the problem, the heat, with the solutions. If it's just right. All right, you saw how I did it. Now let's try one together. We're going to use the exact same passage, but this time we're going to focus on the second step of our routine, finding the best proof. So here's our next question. Which detail best supports the central idea we just found? And remember, that central idea is that shade and surface choices make playgrounds cooler and safer. So take a look at these options and think along with me here. Okay, let's really zero in on this. We're not looking for just any statement that's true. We are looking for the strongest possible proof. So what makes proof strong? Well, a lot of the time it's specific data. It's a number, a concrete fact that really shows the central idea in action. And there it is. The best proof is the detail about the rubber flooring being 18 degrees cooler. And why is that? It's because it's not some general statement. It's hard data. It gives us a specific, measurable example that proves the claim that shade makes things cooler. That's exactly what we mean by best proof. Okay, I've had a turn, we've had a turn, now it's your turn. You're going to apply the full routine to a new question using that same passage. You've totally got this. So here's your question. This one's a little different. Which answer here is too narrow to be the central idea? I want you to read through these choices really carefully. Think about our just right rule. One of these is just a small piece of the puzzle, not the whole picture. Go ahead and pause right now. Think it through. You can even reread the passage if you need to. Apply the routine and lock in your answer. We'll check it in just a moment. All right, are you back? Let's see how you did. The correct answer, the one that's too narrow, is the one about the single rubber surface being cooler. So why is it too narrow? Well, think about it. That's a perfect example of a supporting detail. In fact, it was our best proof from before. It's not the main message itself. A good central idea has to cover the whole text, not just one specific fact from inside it. Fantastic work, really. You have now seen, practiced, and even applied this entire routine yourself. The real key now is to turn this conscious three-step process into something you do automatically, into a real reading habit. So let's just review it one final time. Every time you read something important, you're going to ask, what's the main lesson here? Then you're going to find the strongest proof for that lesson. And finally, you'll just double-check that your main idea covers the whole text perfectly, not too broad and not too narrow. This is it. This is the whole thing in a nutshell. This is the phrase I want you to burn into your memory. Mostly teaching leads you to the best proof, which helps you confirm the central idea fits just right. This simple little progression, I promise, will absolutely transform how you read. And, this routine isn't just for a quick lesson like this. It's a tool you can use on news articles, on reports, even chapters in a textbook. It really empowers you to cut through all the noise and just grab the essential message. So the only question left is, what big idea will you uncover next?